The federal government has quietly ended a visa program allowing wealthy overseas investors to live in Australia. The significant investor visa was designed specifically to attract Chinese citizens who made up 90% of the successful applicants. So-called golden visa granted foreign citizens permanent resident status for a minimum investment of $5 million in Australia. Labor is set to replace the scheme with more skilled worker visas.
Welcome to Channel We Make, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Now, today's biggest news of the day, or perhaps the week, is this secretly scrap of the SIV, the so-called significant investment visa under the subclass 1AA, which has been called the golden ticket. Now, it has been long discussed for years, potentially scrapping or cancelling this visa category for years, since the last former government until today. Now, the news came out today, basically said it has been secretly, well, without transparency, they just removed it. So what actually happened? Let's have a look at the news article. What actually happened? There's actually two. I would like to go through them with you. It's basically, well, it's not news anymore because, first of all, the big program, the SIV and the 1AA visa category, has already been paused for years, since late 2022. It's not open. It hasn't been open since, and it has been a long talk and getting a lot of recommendation how this visa should actually move forward. And by end of last year, we have seen the migration strategy report where there's an introduction of the new so-called talent and innovation visa. So obviously, 1AA visa will sooner or later be removed, replaced anyhow. But the news has been big because he also talked about over 80 or 90% of the visa applicants are actually from China. So, as you know, with the geopolitical issue currently between Australia and China, where the disputed water area, don't know, is this political or is it just another move? Or if it's going to be a general replacement visa, why did they do it secretly? Don't know. Let's have a look at what the news is actually talking about. So you may be able to find this news everywhere in Australia and on internet. Okay, this is going to be a huge news. So as you read the title, it says major golden ticket is quietly scrapped by the government. So as you have seen on the opening of the video, that the news there, a major visa targeting wealthy investors in Australia has been quietly scrapped. I'm not too sure. It has been talked for years, and how quiet is it? I'm not too sure. I don't think it's been quietly, but it seems to be. It has been a long talk, and the former government did not make any decision on that, and the Albanese government came on board on the May 2022, did not do anything on that. And there has been a migration review report last year in April, and then the migration strategy couple months, 2 months ago. It's a late January, so November. So then it's this is the ultimate destination for the SIV anyhow. So the Home Affairs Minister Kelly O'Neill told the Newswire on Monday that it made a decision to pull the trigger. That big program scheme introduced in 2012 is long gone. So it's, well, obviously, because talent and innovation visa will be introduced, and this is known as the golden ticket visa, that you invest $5 million, you get approved, and then there's no English requirement, there's no age requirement, and then you basically come and stay in Australia for 3 years, 2 years, and you can transfer yourself. You probably can find a 1AA C visa video in my previous playlist, but it's gonna probably be 2 years ago. Anyway, you can have it checked out. So it has been fast tracked. See this? The key word here it's talking about fast tracking Chinese millionaires. So there has been up to 85% of them applicant are from China. So it even talked about they utilizing the number AAA as a signify the triple good luck for the Chinese, so that is where I find it. I think it's a geopolitical. It's been brought in as a geopolitical international issue to counter what's actually happened in the Pacific Ocean with the dispute waters between Australia and that's South China Sea and China as well. So this is one of, well, the reason I said this is first of all, it's not mystery anymore. It has been talked about. It has been talked for years and years, and until today we have that final decision that the government of Australia has made to actually get it removed. So and it talks about how it was being launched in 2012 with different type of stuff, and more than 100,000 overseas migrants had used this program to actually gain residency. Nowadays, back in 2022 and 23, there's more than 50% account lodged from China, and the rest is Iran and Hong Kong. So obviously the government does not like the combination there, and there's no other nationalities utilizing this visa rather than. And there's another fact that there has been a lot of money has been found to be it's not clean, in other words, and has been identified by the anti-money laundering authority, international organizations, and has been arrived in Australia and by utilizing such and such a visa as well. So that's why there has been a removal of the SIV. And the other news came out from SBS. There's a different way of saying it, a different, here we go. These golden ticket visa, big spending investors scrapped amid exploitation fears. Well, it has already been exploited. And the key words here is that the sentence is visa scheme aimed at big spending investors of Australia has been discontinued amid fear it was exploited by corrupt foreign officials and criminals. Now, corrupt foreign officials and criminal. Now, didn't we have just learned that 80-90% of the applicants are from China? So that means 80-90% of these corrupt foreign officials and criminals are likely to be Chinese as well. So that is exactly what I'm saying. It's more political view on how they deal with this news article towards the actual replacement and changes and improvement in the visa program. So key points here: the program is allow wealthy investors to fast track the visa to be stopped and investment $5 million, or they said in exchange to automatic permanent. Well, it's not automatic, but it's pretty easy. It's not as hard as others. Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill said that the program was not delivering our country's economy needs. So again, it's a repeat of what we have just read from the previous article, and basically they have secretly, quietly removed the entire visa category. Now, what I'm trying to, it's not quiet because they have said that in the previous migration strategy planning and also recommendation being reviewed from April last year on the migration review report anyway. So the reason I believe this news has been out there loudly, and it's a call internationally to actually target what is actually being happening between Australia and China. But anyhow, there's a new program has been, well, I think it's already under the design anyway. So the so-called talent and innovation visa should be out very soon. So ensure that you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.